to our why did I say very? It's our second talk time. And as I start the timer here, my phone, yeah, we go. I'm going to start the timer, and we are on the clock. Talk time is where we go a little bit more serious with our videos, and we talk about a real-world problem or very common occurrence thing happening, or just something that we feel we should talk about. And this is going to be one of those. As much as you guys may enjoy seeing us just constantly kill people over and over and over again, or getting ourselves killed most of the time, we're going to show you, well, talk to you about something a little bit more important in life, I should say. And with that, we're going to move on to the topic of the day. Today is going to be for self-harm. And the easiest way to describe that, if you people are not intellectual enough to understand what I'm saying, is that slitting your wrists, in other words, taking a knife or some sort of sharp object and physically damaging yourself so that you bleed or your flesh is, gone.
I have a problem.
Either way, it has something to do, it's tied to like depression and anxiety, sadness, and stuff like that. And it's a growing problem, I guess. And wow, I am saying "and" a lot. I apologize. I'm sitting here trying to pull thoughts from my brain. But okay, I'm going to move on a little bit with the facts, and then we're going to move into opinion section. And if you're touchy, I recommend you don't listen to our opinion sections, as they are our opinions. And yeah, with facts, it's supposed to be a way to cope with things. You have so much pain in your life that you cope with it, and it helps you get through it. John, that looks really cool. And continuing on, one of the best analogies I've heard used for it is you are this glass bottle with a cork on top, and pressure is building inside the bottle, and as it builds, it gets worse and worse. If you take the top off and you let some of it out, that is the self-harm that is coping with it, and it's, letting that pressure out and getting it out so it won't do any more harm to you. On the other hand, if you just leave it there, it's going to explode, and yeah, the glass will shatter, and you know what that means. But on the other hand, with releasing it, you're dumping that out. If you really are, creative enough to envision what I'm saying here, you have a bottle full of liquid, and you pull the top out, you pour it out, and that liquid's going to sit there on the ground while the bottle is now empty. However, that liquid is going to still be there and eventually be a problem. Further on with that, we're going to get back into opinions, and we'll talk about opinions, and we're going to actually start it off with Matt. So, Matt, personal experience, opinions, any words on it, anything you have?
I don't get why people cut themselves. I mean, oh, my boyfriend broke up with me. Oh, I got hurt. Oh, my parents got divorced. It's nothing as bad, just because it's not like you want to kill yourself because something bad happened in your life. Something bad happens in everybody's life. Everybody's. You just gotta get over it. Good things will come over later on. It's just you can't go around cutting yourself because you're depressed or you have stress.
Okay. Mark, we're gonna move on to you. Let's see what you have to say.
It's just horrible what people do now. When they cut themselves, they're just hurting themselves. If they're gonna actually hurt someone, they need to just hurt. But just writing it down in a diary, or just using a creative mind if they have one, to draw it down or something like that to release it, not cut themselves, and just make themselves have more and more pain. It's just hurting themselves. It just sucks. No one needs to have to be hurt themselves. And John, stop that. And we really just don't need people who just need to bully people or anything like that to harm anyone anymore in any way or form. John, your turn.
Well, first of all, I know a lot of people that usually do hurt themselves because of whatchamacallit. They feel like they're not important in life, people don't respect them, and just mainly bullying and stuff, and that's why they do it. Or something like, a divorce or something, but I personally don't understand why they do it, and apparently it makes you feel better, and I really don't see how. But yeah, that's all really for me.
Okay, and I guess that swings it back to me, and my main thing is, this is kind of self-centered when I talk about it, but myself, I've never really had that sort of issue where I'm thinking, yeah, my life sucks so bad, I wanna hurt myself, I wanna have my own pain to deal with. Yeah, life has its down parts, and life sucks at a lot of points, I have to admit that much. I mean, I've talked with John about this, I've talked with Mark and Matt, there've just been some days where they've been, hey, you know, come do some arenas with us, and I'll be like, no, I really don't feel like doing anything today. And yeah, you have
Every
you have those days, thank you, Matt. You have those days, and life will get down, but it's part of life.
Exactly.
Good comes out of the bad. You're always gonna have bad, but the good will come eventually, and the good will always outweigh the bad. It's a fact of the way it works. I don't have a personal experience, to be honest. I have a couple friends and family members and important people in my life that, you know, have gone through this sort of issue, and I honestly don't know. A lot of them will still do it, and then some of them have searched, you know, for help, whether it may be friends, other family members, or professional help if they really want to go that far with it. But to be honest, it is a growing world problem that if you have it, if you've done it, you need to see some sort of professional about it, or you need to tell somebody. There's a lot of people that will just say, no, I'm not going to tell anybody that I self-harmed myself because people are going to be judgmental. Tell somebody you trust. Tell a best friend, a parent, especially if you're underage. Anybody. There's always going to be somebody that's out there for you. We have about a minute left on the timer here. Excuse me. And I'd like to finish it off mainly with mentioning that I check our inbox all the time. I check our emails, the stuff that we get. If anybody has any sort of issue with self-harm, or, you know, just needs to talk, and thank you for putting an infernal in my screen, and has any sort of issue with needing to talk or whatever they require, they're having a bad day, they need to talk with somebody that's not going to judge them, message the channel. If you want to talk to a specific one of the four of us, just mention that. You can talk to one of the four of us, or you could just talk to me, anything. I help with a lot of friends that I have that have gone through this sort of issue, and I run a mini therapy business, I guess I should call it, and it's all about helping each other. We're never going to have world peace. I don't believe in the fact of world peace, but I do believe that if we have certain people that are going to help each other, then everything will be the world will be a better place. It's a terrifying thing. It really is, that people are taking it out on themselves for things that other people have done. And they're putting themselves down, and they're shutting themselves down for what they could do eventually in life that could be so much better. But those are our opinions, our thoughts, a couple of facts, I guess, on it. And other than that, like, comment, favorite, subscribe, the same thing I say at the end of every video. Sounds kind of weird to say that after a very serious video. But watch these talk times, talk with us about your opinions, comment on them, tell us a story, anything you want. Like I said, you can message the channel, you can send emails right to our actual email, that's in the channel description. Anything other than that, I really hope there's a lot of people out there that are stronger than what we have with some people. It sucks, it really does, but life goes on. That's the best way to think about it. Yeah, look for new uploads, and thank you for watching this.